In your mind, if you could create a city, where would it be? Maybe on the ocean, at the edge of nature's most beautiful and mysterious wonder. Your city wouldn't be new, but instead hold an endless history of its people, and to this day, proudly display the legacies of its cultures. It would be cradled by snow-capped mountains, flourishing with the green of tall timber. And of course, near the ocean. It would exist in a kingdom for not only man, but other living things from the smallest to the largest on Earth, and all the majestic and awesome creatures in between. But this city isn't in your imagination. It is a city which was once called Paris of the Pacific. The city is Sitka, Alaska. So what makes this city called Sitka so unique? With a population of less than 10,000 people, it's not the largest in the region. And situated in Alaska's panhandle, it is only one of many communities located on the shores of the Pacific. What is it about this place, Sitka, which captivates her visitors? It's a picturesque scene when you first arrive. It's not every city that has an extinct volcano in their front yard. And the water is everywhere, even falling from the sky. It's a wet and moderate climate that provides the lush green rainforest with all the moisture it can handle. From the ocean that surrounds Sitka comes the world-renowned Alaska king salmon. Sitka boasts 2 fish processing plants, and the industry is a major element in the local economy. Fishing has meant a living for generations of Sitkans. Near one of Sitka's harbors is the Mariner's Wall, a memorial to those who have made the sea their life. Each spring, the blessing of the fleet takes place. People who have lost their lives at sea are also remembered with the ringing of a bell. Spring also means the Sac Row herring fishery. Dozens of boats and processors gather in tight quarters to catch spawning herring. The herring eggs are a delicacy in foreign markets, and it's a spectacular sight to see these large vessels make their catch. The time available to make a set with a net and close it off with the small boat can be as little as 45 minutes. For sport fishing, visitors to Sitka can charter fishing vessels to take them out on some of the greatest fishing trips in the world. Lucky customers can hook kings upwards of 50 pounds. A short boat ride away is St. Lazaria Island, where all sorts of flying wildlife make their home. And just off the shores of the jagged terrain is a prime spot for catching halibut, also known as Alaska's flatfish. Halibut can go in excess of 200 pounds, and even a 30-pounder like this one will make you know you've been in a fight. Southeast Alaska also provides a perfect habitat for the American bald eagle. North of Sitka, near Haines, Alaska, each year a congregation of up to 5,000 eagles gather to feed on the Chum Salmon Run in the fall. It's the largest gathering of eagles anywhere in the world. In Sitka, there is a truly unique place, the Alaska Raptor Rehabilitation Center. The center takes in injured or otherwise unhealthy eagles and nurses them back to health through a regime of medical care, diet, and exercise so that they may eventually return to the wild. The center even boasts several full-time residents because of one reason or another. They would not survive in their natural habitat. The center is a favorite spot for visitors and Sitkans alike to visit and see the American symbol up close. At any one time, the center may have as many as 30 birds. Along with fishing, timber is another industry which helps support the local economy. Sitka has one of 2 pulp mills in the region, which converts the timber into export-grade pulp, which is used in a multitude of manufacturing processes. Downtown Sitka. When one is taking their first walk down Lincoln Street, it becomes obvious that there's a mixture of architectures, the most striking of which sits right in the middle of the city, St. Michael's Cathedral. What stands today is a reconstruction of the church which burned in the 1960s. Fortunately, most of its treasures were saved by individuals who braved the flames. The cathedral is the most prominent structure showing the influence of its Russian era. Also in the downtown area, one will find Totem Square. The Russian Blockhouse, and the Pioneer's Home, a place where senior Alaskans reside. At the end of town, and at the top of a rather lengthy flight of steps, you'll find Castle Hill. This was once home for Sitka's Russian ruler, Alexander Baranov. That in itself would make this a very special location, but this is a significant place in United States history as well as Russia, for it was here, on Castle Hill, that the Russian flag was lowered for the last time, and the American flag was raised for the first time back in 1867, making the transfer from Russia to the United States complete. But the Russian influence felt in Sitka doesn't end at Castle Hill. The Russian Bishop's House is a living testimony to the painstaking efforts of faithful restoration done by the National Park Service. The Bishop's House is second only to St. Michael's Cathedral in Russian treasures and history. Perhaps the real beauty of Sitka is that it's rich in more than one history. For the first dwellers of Sitka were its native people. Native traditions, symbols, artwork, and of course the people themselves are prevalent today. The place where many of the native cultures can be best seen is at the Sitka National Historical Park. Housed in the park's visitor center, you can watch as many native crafts rich in heritage are produced after being delicately handed down from generation to generation. The visitor center is located at the entrance of Totem Park. A walk along the trail is like a walk through a living history book. Each totem pole tells a story and bears some strong significance in the native culture. At the end of the park, we find another important historical location. It was at this very site that the Tlingit Indian tribe, under the leadership of Chief Katlian, was defeated by the Russian forces. This is the campus of Sheldon Jackson College. Sheldon Jackson is home of the Sheldon Jackson Museum, one of two in Sitka. The other is housed in Sitka's main convention and visitor facility, the Centennial Building. The Centennial Building is where most of Sitka's visitors have an opportunity to view a bit of culture in a modern setting. The New Archangel Dancers. Now you see why Sitka, Alaska is such a special place. It's a combination of things. The mountains, the wildlife, the surrounding forests, the shoreline, and its history. It really is no wonder why this place, once known as Paris of the Pacific, holds a special place in the hearts of its visitors.